Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today for you I'm going to film my bi-weekly makeup basket, and not a whole lot is going to change in this basket, but I did want to go ahead and film it just so that I could get one up since I do one every 2 weeks. Also, there are a couple things that are changing, some things that I'm going to bring in and some things that I'm going to take out. So I will go ahead and get into this, and hopefully this will be a quick video because there's so many things that I'm leaving in. I'm just going to go ahead and go through those again so that this video isn't like 2 minutes. At least it's got a little bit of substance to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you the things for face that I am leaving in. As far as my foundations, they are going to stay the same, and they will until I finish one or both of them. So go ahead and check out my previous video for that because I introduced those foundations into that video. But everything else for face, I'm going to go ahead and go through. Things that aren't like constantly in my basket, those aren't going to make an appearance. Anything in projects aren't going to make an appearance. Just the things that I've kind of pulled in on a weekly basis. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I am leaving in versus what I'm taking out. So my MAC Stereo Rose is going to stay in this basket. I've used this a couple times and I've really been enjoying it, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this in. I have 4 highlighters. The first one is MAC Oh Darling. This is going to go ahead and stay in, and I did swatch this in the last video. This is MAC Soft and Gentle. And I'm not sure if I swatched this in the last video. I will go ahead and swatch this for you now. This is a look at Soft and Gentle. It's kind of a like a champagne kind of highlight. I'm sorry if you can't see it so well with the lighting out here, but you can see it does have that glow. So that is the MAC Soft and Gentle. The next is my ColourPop in the color Parasol. And this came in the strobe kit. I did show this as well, but I'll go ahead and show this again. This is a very nice crap. I just totally gouged the crap out of this. So this is a really peachy kind of color there. The last highlighter that I have is my Wet n Wild Fergie highlighter in the color Hollywood Boulevard, and I'm going to go ahead and leave this in too. I kind of rotate through all of them. The last highlighter that I have is my MAC Vanilla Pigment, and this I have been using as a highlight as well. It's a loose pigment that you can use on your eyes, and you can use it on your cheeks as well. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that in. The next things I'm going to go ahead and leave in are my Makeup Geek shadows in My Tai the Duochrome Cherry Cola, because I want to try this as a blush, and the Beaches and Cream, which I'm using as a really nice blending out shade right now. So as far as the rest of my eye products, this is where things are going to pretty much stay the same. I'll go ahead and show you the things that I'm going to be pulling out. I'm going to pull out my 24-hour color tattoo in the color Bold Gold. All of these I had to mix up. As you can see, I had to really dig in there because they were really dry on the top. The next color is Gold Rush, and this one I did use after and smooth right back down. This is my color in Bad to the Bronze. I'm sure you guys have all seen these, and I did swatches of these in my last video. And so this is actually going to go in my, I think I'm going to do a 17 by 2017. Everybody's doing 16 by 2016, but I think it should be like a 16 by the end of 2016, which is what I think everybody's goal is. But I think that's a little awkward for me to say. I've been trying to do my 15 by 2015, and then I had to change it to 15 by the end of 2015 because obviously we're going into 2016. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 17 by 2017, and this is going to go into that. So those other two color tattoos are coming out. And as far as my color tattoo that I'm going to leave in is this color in Gold Shimmer, which again I had to really mix up. I found a look that I really enjoyed with this, and I think that this will look really good with other gold colors, even though this is, like, as you can see, the darkest of the gold colors that I have. It's more of the antiqued kind of gold, but I really found a nice look that I liked with my Urban Decay color in Last Call. So I'm going to keep that in my basket. I am going to keep these two colors, my NYX Fireball and my MAC in Boom Boom Room. And from here on out, I'm going to kind of just, unless I pull, like, take these out of my basket, I'm going to kind of leave these as unspoken products in my basket because of the look that I like to do with the one that I did the Get Ready With Me on, as well as some other looks that I like to get with these and my industrial pencil, which I'm still trying to pan. So maybe once I'm done panning that, I will go ahead and take these out and give them a little bit of a break. But for now, I'm going to leave them in, and they're going to be kind of my unspoken that I'm not going to show in every basket. They're just kind of in my basket all the time. And so if you guys remember, I had 4 ColourPop shadows in the last basket. I'm going to go ahead and leave all 4 of these in, as well as pulling in a couple more. This is the color in Prickly Pear, and I'm going to go ahead and swatch this again. The lighting's a little bit different out here than it was in the last video, so I want you guys to see. It's got this really cool purple taupe color to it, and it's got a really nice glitter and shimmer to it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I put this over top of my Essence cream shadow in For Fairies, and absolutely to die for. This all over the lid. The color Tease from my Naked palette in the crease, and just that over top of For Fairies. It's just absolutely gorgeous. This is the color in Snakebite. I almost pulled this out of my basket. I was going through things last night and I swatched it on my hand, and I just absolutely felt like I needed to have this color in my basket. And it's right here on my knuckles. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that color in. I know, I'm crazy. Like I said before in my previous videos, I really do try to use everything that's in my basket at least once in 2 weeks when I have it in, and I have done that with this basket. And since I'm leaving these in and kind of carrying them over, I'm not going to, like, beat myself up if I don't use them again, but I like them enough that I want to use them again in this basket. So I'm going to leave them in the hopes that I will recreate some of the looks that I really liked, as well as get some use out of the new stuff I'm putting in. This is the ColourPop shadow in the color Hot Tamale. Actually, I lied when I said about the gold shimmer color tattoo. It wasn't with Last Call. It was actually with this color. And I put this, put the gold shimmer all over my lid and this on the outer. And it was absolutely amazing. Now, those kinds of things I'm going to go over in my recap basket for the month of makeup that I used. So I'm just kind of talking. This is the color in Gecko, and I'm actually wearing this as a highlight today. It's a pretty subtle highlight, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I think you can see that center dot that's on these ColourPop shadows, so I think I might be close to hitting, I guess, pan on these, but I don't know if I should. See, this is just one of those subtle highlights as well as a subtle lid color. I don't think you're going to be able to see that. Let me try and swatch it a little further up on my arm. Yeah, see, this color is so subtle, and it's almost got a silvery kind of quality to it, but it's really not a silver. It's got like some pinky duochromeness to it, some taupe. It actually really reminds me of Thunderstruck in a different way than Max Vanilla Pigment does, but it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to leave those 4 in. Now we're going to move on to until I get to the stuff that I'm putting into this basket, we're going to move on to, I guess this should have been in my face products, but this is the e.l.f. blush in Koi. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of this basket. I'm going to take this out, and like I said in the last basket, I'm really trying to just focus on the blushes that I have left in my projects that are going to end by the end of the year. And other than the Stereo Rose, I'm really just going to focus on those. And I've been using Stereo Rose with those other blushes as well in combination. So that's why I left that in this basket, and then everything else is just going to be focusing on the blushes that I have left to try and get the most use out of by the end of the year. The next product is actually the color that I have on my lips, and that is the Maybelline. This is the Creamy Matte Lipstick in 660 Touch of Spice. And Betsy from Make Up Your Mind really inspired me to pull this out. I've worn it a couple of times in this basket, but I am going to go ahead and take this out. Much like my blushes, I do have some lip products that I really want to focus on by the end of the year and just get as much use out of them as I can. And then I'm going to start fresh next year with some new projects and try to leave myself a little more open for picking lip products and things like that. So the next product is my e.l.f. Matte Lip Color. I did wear this once, this basket. As much as I love the color, I just didn't reach for it for whatever reason. And so I'm going to go ahead and take this lipstick out again for the same reason. And so the last two products that I'm going to leave in this basket are the Monarch and the Chrysalis palette. I really got some beautiful looks out of both of these palettes these last 2 weeks. So I really would like to keep playing with these and see how many more looks I can come up with. I really enjoyed the look that I came up with in this palette. Actually, the looks that I came up with for both of these, I wore twice in this 2-week period of time, so I really did truly enjoy those palettes, and I can't wait to keep using those. Okay, so we're going to move on to the things that I'm going to actually put into this basket, and we're going to start with liners. I have a couple of liquid liners that I'm going to put into this basket, and the reason why I've chosen a couple is because I really want to see which one I like best, and I think I might kind of eliminate one in my collection if I don't like one or the other. If I like both, I'll go ahead and keep them and just decide which one I'm going to use for now, because right now I'd really like to just have one liquid liner in black and one eyeliner in black and one in brown and what have you, so I don't have, you know, overwhelming, and then I'll just use those till they're finished. So the first one is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in the color Trooper, and I hadn't been using this for a little while, so I went ahead and pulled it back out. So that is what that looks like. Obviously, we've all seen black liners. I'm sure you've all seen Trooper. But I just wanted to show you the difference, because the other one I pulled is this Ardency In. Everybody talks about Ardency In now, and I didn't realize that I had this, but I had gotten this in an Ipsy in one of the last bags that I got from Ipsy. And this is the Punker, and it's the World's Baddest Eyeliner. And it doesn't really have another color to it, and this is that, and it's quite chunky, but you can get a really thin line out of it as well. But you will see the difference, I think, between the two of them. Obviously, Trooper is much darker than the Ardency In, so right off the bat, I'm not super thrilled with this one, but I haven't used it on my eyes yet, so I want to see between the two of them which one I do prefer. And so as far as regular liners, these are two liners that I have already used and tried, and I've got so many that I do want to see which one I prefer to use, and after this 2-week period of time, I'll pick one and just go with it. This is the Rimmel color in, this is the Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer in the color 261 Noir, and it does have a little smudger on the end of it. And so this is the Rimmel, and it's really black, which I really appreciate. And this is another that I've got in a basket, either my Ipsy or, bag. It's either in my Ipsy or Birchbox, and I haven't gotten either of those boxes in a long time, so I've had this for a while. This is the Sumita Beauty Kala Black Color Intense Pencil, and I don't know if it has a name. It doesn't look like it, but as you can see, I've used this one too, and I've sharpened it. equally as black, actually a little bit blacker, and very creamy. So this is the Rimmel and this is the Sumitra. Now obviously it needs to be sharpened because it's not going to give me as much of a defined line, but those are the 4 liners, two regular pencils and 2 liquid pencils that I'm going to go ahead and put into this basket. The next thing that I'm going to go ahead and pull, because people have been talking about it, I just watched my friend Abby, her makeup basket, and she went ahead and pulled this too, and she's right. People do talk about this product in waves. It's one of the cheapest out there on the market, and it's a wonderful palette, and people just kind of cycle through it in different phases and stuff. So this is the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. Mine is kind of a mess. As you can see, I have hit pan on one of the colors already, and this is probably going to make an appearance in my Eyeshadow Junkie video that I'm going to go ahead and film soon. I was tagged by both Courtney K and Stephanie from the Daisy Girly, so I will be filming that soon. And so I wanted to pull this. I thought maybe I could get some good looks out of this with my industrial eye pencil as well. So the very last products that I'm going to pull come from my ColourPop Blitzed set, and this is what this looks like without blinding you. Okay, and basically I'm only going to pull a couple. I'm going to pull this one, I'm going to pull this one, and I'm going to pull this one over here. And this top one up here is the color in Valley Girl. This is Thirsty Girl, and this is the color in Roller Girl. And I'm really, really excited to try the color in Roller Girl. It's really dark, but it has so many like multicolored glitters in it. I'm actually going to go ahead and swatch those for you real quick. Swiping over my hand, everything else came off except for the Sumitra. That's impressive. So I really want to see how well that works on the waterline. It's taking me all this scrubbing to get this off. I'm sorry if the screen is shaking. Okay, so this is the color in, let me pull these off. This is the color in Valley Girl. Again, you're not going to be able to see that very well because of the lighting. This is the color in Thirsty Girl. You can see how much glitter this has. Stephanie from the Daisy Girly did a look on with this shadow, and I really want to recreate it, so that's why I'm definitely pulling it. This is the color right here in the color Roller Girl. You can see those glitters. Is that not amazing? I hate digging into these before I actually use them, but I'm going to go ahead and do it for you guys. I'm going to swatch it on these 3 fingers, and then I'm going to go ahead and just show it to you. And swatch it on the back of my hand. As glittery as these are, they are so smooth. So those are the 3. This is Valley Girl. This is Valley Girl. This is Thirsty Girl. And this is Roller Girl. Look at that Roller Girl. That is amazing. And if you can get that to show up on the eye, whoo! Real quick, I wanted to tell you guys, I did want to put in one lip product into this project, and this is the Chanel Glossomer in the color 191, and I can't remember what the actual name of this Glossomer was, but I was actually talking with Abby in the comments of one of her videos, and I told her that I had gotten this on a cruise that I went on, and I couldn't find it anywhere. It was totally sold out. It was limited edition, and it was like gone everywhere, and it was being sold on eBay for like $100 for just one Glossomer. And so I saw this on the cruise. It was regular price, and I just couldn't resist it. If you could see, it's got a lot of duochrome to it. It's like got pink and gold kind of duochrome. And I'm going to put in the below here what the name of this actual glossomer was. It was on the box, but I don't have the box, so I don't know if you can, you're not even going to pick up necessarily the duochrome, I guess a little bit there. But this is kind of like that Bare Minerals one that they have. It's kind of like that shift, that color shift formula or color. And this looks really nice on the lips. It really is very, very shiny, and it does have that duochrome in certain lights. So I did want to just pull this and put this in this basket for this next 2 weeks, and I just wanted to show it to Abby. So that is that. So that is the very last product that I'm going to put into this basket. Okay guys, so that is it. That is my bi-weekly makeup basket for the next 2 weeks. And at the end of this month, I will film a recap on these products and the new ones that I added in this time, as well as the ones that I had the last time, which primarily everything is going to be the same from the last month, because I did not put too much new in and I did not pull too much out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Thanks. Bye.